Well, welcome back to my channel. If you are following along, if you are new here, I'm Leanne and I'm doing Slimming World. However, it's just a general weight loss kind of journey, so it's nothing majorly specific. I'm just doing Slimming World because I like the accountability of going and getting weighed. I seem to be getting on okay with the plan, seeing as I did have reservations to start off with. I'm not gonna lie, I've done Slimming World years and years and years ago and it absolutely did not work for me. I did not enjoy it at all. But this time I think my life's changed a bit and things are a bit different. So this is the second weigh-in since my holiday. If you've watched the other video, the week before's weigh-in, you'll know that I came back from my holiday. We went to Costa Brava in Spain and I actually lost a pound. Now, that's fantastic, a lot better than what I expected because I was so nervous. I thought I was going to put on about 6 stone, if I'm going to be honest. I felt so swollen and bloated and blah. But I did do lots of walking. The food choices on holiday weren't great and it was just a bit of a write-off. However, when I got weighed last week, I was a little bit surprised and couldn't believe that I'd lost a pound. However, it wasn't all amazing and wonderful because the week before I went on holiday, I went and got weighed on the Thursday before I travelled on the Friday. And if you've watched that, you'll know that I put on 3 pound. So I was 2 pound in debt, I call it. I know that's a really stupid way of looking at it, but I'm actually 2 pound in debt from when from my lightest weight, and that's how I do it. So this week has been a little bit challenging. I've had a very big, there was a social event on Saturday, went out for a friend's birthday, went to Ripon, we went round pubs, we weren't supposed to be staying the night, I'd not really planned for it. The meal that I'd taken, I'd left in Oliver's van and we ended up in pubs, so I couldn't eat it, and then I was starving, all I had is breakfast. And then I had this pub meal that weren't really on plan, but I made the healthiest choices I could. People were drinking all day and I stuck to it brilliantly. We went to Ripon, they got ready. We went to one pub where I had something to eat. I was drinking soda water, which were fine. I was quite fine with that. I'm not a massive drinker anyway. And if I'm going out with the girls, I'm not saying I don't drink. However, I'm not really one for sitting in a pub and drinking, especially on a full day session in old manny pubs. I prefer cocktail bars and I don't know, something to do and things like that. Anyway, so we were there and it ended up being Oliver had a drink and we were in his van and we were supposed to be coming home that night, and then it was changed, the plans were changed and it was we're going to stay. And then me and Oliver had a massive fallout, literally didn't want to be with him kind of fallout. He turns into not a very nice person when he drinks spirits, and we've dealt with this throughout the 6 years that we've been together, and he actually came up with the conclusion he shouldn't drink spirits, and I completely agree. Fine when he's drinking beer and probably cider and things like that, but spirits is a no-go. Anyway, he went back on that and ordered spirits at the bar, which in turn then I kind of pulled him on it. He didn't like it because he was drunk and he swore at me and I had to go. I weren't really majorly enjoying myself. I didn't want to stay. I was on my period. I'd not got anything, nowhere to sleep. It was just a massive mess. And in the end, I ended up walking off and coming home at really late at night. He had to drive and pick me up. We fell out. We had a massive emotional day on Sunday where we spoke about mine and his relationships and all the issues and stuff that I weren't happy with. And in actual fact, it did me quite well because I sat and during this weight loss journey, it's been not just a growth in terms of changing the way I eat, and I'm trying to change my relationship with food. And part of that is changing how I feel about myself. So with that being said, I'm proper offloading here. So sorry guys if you're watching this, but this is just part of who I am and I'm really honest. Part of the issue is, I think with me, with myself and dieting and looking after myself, is that I don't love myself enough, or never have done, to put myself first and feel like I'm worth it to other people, I suppose. So part of this is I am now trying to like re-fall in love with myself and having the confidence to say, no, this is not right. I'm not putting up with this and I'm not doing that. And making decisions that are right for me, not for everybody else. This has led to me it's really alien to me because I'm a bit of a people pleaser. And I don't like to upset people. And usually I throw my love into other people rather than into myself. It's like a bit of a coping mechanism, I suppose, and a defense mechanism that if I don't concentrate on me and I throw it into other people, they're happy and then I'm happy and I don't have to really deal with problems. Well, it all was a massive problem on that Sunday, and we spoke, and I'm going to say argued. It weren't really arguing. There was a lot of crying. There was a lot of upset. There were a lot of home truths. There were a lot of things that we discussed that were uncomfortable, if I'm going to be honest. The way I'm perceiving things is changing a little bit, and I'm just not putting up with any shit. And it's not that I've particularly put up with any shit before, but I suppose we all I'm trying to be really honest, and in my eyes that gives him the opportunity to either change or fuck off, and that is where I stand. So Saturday were really emotional, Sunday were really emotional, and then, I mean, weekends I survived because I were really focused and went out and I prepped and I didn't do badly at all. But then it was quite hard to go through such like an emotional time and not like throw the towel in and come off plan and things like that. If anything, for the first time in my life, it actually made me really focus, because it like made me think, I am worth it. Like, this is important to me. This is what I'm doing. I'm not coming off this diet when I don't want to, if I don't deem it fit. I do come off the diet sometimes. I sometimes go out for meals and things, but I make that choice now rather than making it for other people's best interests all the time. But also, like, in a relationship, things have got to change and be different, because if I'm unhappy, then I find it really hard to diet. And we ironed out a shit ton of creases, and we are just seeing how that goes. But in terms of a week on plan and dieting, that has been somewhat challenging. But on a plus note, I have been doing my body magic, and I've now completed the 3 weeks of the Silver Award, which I'm quite proud of because I don't find exercise very easy. I've also, next Monday, I'm going to burlesque dancing, which is supposed to be good for like building body confidence and yourself. I'm going with friends and I think it'll be a good laugh. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous, but I am making positive changes, I think, where that's concerned. So in general, my routine now has been to wake up in the morning and I have 2 or 3 boiled eggs, depending on how hungry I am and what kind of day I've got ahead. I generally plan a salad or a pasta salad for my dinner with a yogurt, fruit and high five bars, depending again on how busy I am at work. And then for tea, I pick whatever I fancy, if I'm going to be quite frank. Now I've dropped into the 19s. I think my sins, I'm allowed 20 sins. I'm sure I were allowed 25 before, but I'm not sure. I can't remember because I never use all my sins. I've consciously been trying to cut back on my healthy A's, so my milk, because I never really measure it. And sometimes I can get a little bit slapdash with that and drink too many teas that probably goes over my like healthy A allowance. However, because I don't have loads of sins, I never feel that guilty because I cover it in them anyway. But I think my sins have dropped now to 20 from 25. But I mean, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, sorry, I've totally rambled, and that has been my week. I've been busy at work and doing loads of stuff. Where was I? Non-scale victories have been, I had a pair of jeans that I bought from Shein that were a 4XL, which is supposed to be a size 24, but when they arrived, because I've got a really big bottom half, I just don't think they were a size 24. No stretch to them at all. and they never fitted me. In fact, on the stomach bit, like around there, do you know, like where the fastened, they didn't go up my legs to start off with because they were too fat. But even when I like squeezed them on as tight as I possibly could, the gap were about this big. I kid you not. It was, I'm gonna say about this big, like as bigger than my head. You're never gonna guess what I fitted into quite comfortably, can I add? Only that pair of jeans. Like, I haven't even attempted to put them on in ages because they were so far off of the like radar for me because I was miles away. And then I just thought, oh, I'll try them on. Try them on, shall I? See where they go up to, and at least then that can be an aim. Well, they goddamn fitted me. They bloody fitted me. Can you believe that? That's been really good. So, oh, what else happened? So I've also got a client that is doing Slimming World, and her and her daughter actually inspired me to join on the free 12-week plan. She's lost loads of weight, and she put on this before and after photo of her getting weighed, and well, not her getting weighed, of her like a year ago. And she was like, Leanne, you really should do it, because do you know, like, I don't know, I always think I just look a mess. Like, look at that, it's fucking gross. And I still haven't got rid of like the hamster pouch that's behind my face here. If I could just go like this, I'd be alright. If I could walk around like this, but I can't walk around like this. This is what we're stuck with at the moment. Anyway, other than like clothes feeling better and like off-scale victories, I don't ever look at myself at photos and stuff. You know, like when we're on holiday and think I look nice. So she was like, right, Leanne, you really must post a before and after photo. Well, I did. So this is us from the other night compared to a picture that I took last November. Now, I didn't start while March on this diet. I'm going to hopefully upload it here. And that's the before and after photo, which I think actually I can see a difference in my face. Now, don't get me wrong, the angle of that photo is pretty good. But I do think actually that is not a bad difference. You know, I can actually see where I'm losing weight there on my face. Body, not feeling that so much, but we're working on that. It's in progress. It's in progress. Ah, right, so this is actually my weighing video, and now I've been rabbiting for ages. So I walked in on Thursday and I got weighed, and if I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a clue what I'm going to weigh. I don't really jump on scales in between. I try not to. I tend to get a bit obsessed with them if I have scales at home and do that. And I get really disheartened when they don't go down or where they go up. So we just avoid that at all costs if possible. It works better for me. That's just what I do. And if people do it and it keeps them motivated, me, not so much. Oh God, I just do talk at 1,000 miles an hour. I need to take a breath. So anyway, went in Thursday, got weighed. Tia's not coming anymore. Kelly was there and my mum. And I only went and lost £5. I shit you not, £5. And I just didn't really expect it. So now my -2 that I was on from when I got weighed before I went on holiday has been removed, and I lost an extra £3, which is fantastic, which I got my 5.5 stone award. Woohoo! I also won Slimmer of the Week, and I just got a little basket, but I did get some JD seasonings, which were fantastic, and I made like a spag bolly kind of thing out of one of them. Really nice. Do actually recommend. And there's loads of discount codes around, so you should really try them. They are actually worthwhile for a fast and easy meal. And then, what else? Oh, I won the raffle as well, which I won like a soup startup. So like some vegetable stock cubes, soup like microwavable jug, and the veg to make a vegetable soup. I'm thinking that's winning. I'm fine at that. So I got like 3 things in 1 week. I've just got 1 more week of my silver award to hit at, and I've only got, so now, I went from 25 stone, 1.5 pound, and I now weigh 19 stone 7. I think I've got to lose 5.5 pounds to get my 6 stone award, and that is a target. However, I have been considering targets, and I did really enjoy doing a thing where I did like a countdown, you know, and I ticked it off on a little chart that I had made for not for Christmas, for my holiday, and I wanted to lose this 5 stone, and I had this chart that had a countdown when I got closer, and I achieved it, and it really kept me motivated, and I was on it. So I've decided that I think it's for the best that I do another like countdown. So my next big thing is Christmas. So if I can lose, there's 13 weeks now, I've got weird again, but there's 13 weeks until Christmas left. I've already lost £5 because I was doing it from 14 weeks, but at 14 weeks at £2 a week minimum, I can lose 2 stone by Christmas. That would take me to like this 7 stone loss, which never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd get there. Well, I've not got there yet, have I? So who knows? I never thought I'd be aiming there, as I think I wanted to say. I never thought for 1 minute that aiming for 7 stone would ever be okay. Ultimately, I do want to aim for this 10 stone. Possibly I've been looking at maybe 15 if I'm going to be quite honest, but I'm not sure because I've never been thin, I've always been fat, so I don't really know where I want to end up. But that being said, I do break it up. I'm not doing like this big thing of this is what I'm going to achieve. So I figured if I could try and aim for Christmas to have reached like the 7 stone kind of mark, losing this 2 stone before Christmas, reaching the 7 stone award. And I quite like the concept because I am obviously influenced by things online, is like losing the £100. Like £100 is a decent whack, I think. So I would really like to lose £100. I think I'm at 76, I think, so far. So we'll see anyway. So all in all, I lost £5 this week. I got my 5.5 stone award and I am now aiming for my silver body magic and my 6 stone award because you know what? I love a certificate and a shiny. Who'd have thought at nearly 40 years old? That is what would be motivating me. It's sad. Yes, I will take that on board. I may be the only one that gets so motivated by these little certificates and shiny stickers that I stick on my fridge, but I love them. I'm afraid that's just me. Yeah, and that's about it really. I don't think I've got anything else to update you on. I am a bit behind. We're recording and uploading because I'm just really fucked up in life. I'm just so busy and I've got stuff to do and I hate recording stuff when people are in the house because I like to speak freely and honestly and I don't feel like I can do that. So I choose not to. So all in all, good week. Here's to another one. Wish me luck. Think thick.